Hi, this is Daniel Yoxheimer. This is my little, I guess, YouTube show called Absurd. And I was just actually watching some clips of, well, the other night, last night, me and my fiance, I was telling her that Sadie Robertson from Duck Dynasty was actually on Dancing with the Stars. I don't watch that fucking shit, so, Dancing with the Stars, that is. But, so anyway, Sadie Robertson, she's just Willie Robertson's daughter on Duck Dynasty. She's not a celebrity. She's on a show, people know who she is. And with that said, these people do profess their faith quite a bit, especially the very vocal Phil Robertson, who I've seen him on Hannity, I've seen him on a clip with Glenn Beck, and other clips preaching at church, and that's fine, do it in a church. And what I'm wondering is, though, is like, why the fuck is some dude on the news with a Bible? I'm not saying Sean Hannity's the news necessarily, but it is Fox News, and this guy's on there with his Bible, and he likes to talk like this. There's all kind of immorality in this nation. Okay, he's doing this all the while they're cranking out plastic bobbleheads of the little Duck Dynasty, guys like Cy and Jace and Willie and all them, and they're putting their name or an image on any product they can sell, from mugs to lighters to hunting accessories, and of course because they are they make duck calls, and I guess they make those decoys too, probably. I don't know. They make a lot of stuff. They're very wealthy. Phil Robertson's reportedly worth $15 million, and he has the audacity to get on television and basically preach to us what what we should be thinking. And how we should be, and there's plenty of people who are Christians, and that's why the show is so popular. Of course, I understand that. But it's everywhere, though. It's just like a media explosion. I think it's surpassed even like Jersey Shore's, the cast of Jersey Shore's reality show fame, and to some extent. And your daughter's on doing that Dancing with the Stars shit, and that's like usually the rite of passage of any marginal celebrity. Nancy Grace was on it with Dancing with the Stars, any just absolutely repellent public figure like that. Nancy Grace has her little show on CNN where she spews wild accusations at people without having done any kind of investigation herself into the matter before going on the air. That's what she does. But this, oh God, Phil Robertson, I don't really despise them or anything like that. It's whatever, you're making money putting out your product, which is why they, how they made their fortune was they put out these duck calls and made some hunting DVDs before the A&E show. And then when Phil made those homophobic remarks, he was pretty much bulletproof there. They suspended him, I think, for a number of days, but he was right back on the show because of public outcry. And it's like, I don't, hey, he can have his opinion and think what he thinks. I don't really care. But if I was at my job and I made anti-gay remarks, I could be fired for that if I was at a job currently, which I'm not. But in any case, looking. But with that said, Phil Robertson is just it's just he used to party and all that craps, and then he became born again, and then now he shows up on Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity is all too glad to have him on his show, is not putting him under the least bit of scrutiny for things he said, because Sean Hannity's basically, he's like, for the most part, a right-wing, conservative, phony douchebag in an Italian suit. He's just a very uninteresting person who speaks to a group of very boring people who feel paranoid that their rights are being taken away from them. And so that's what it is. That's what, built this whole empire of conservative pundits, or their personal empires for them, where they've amassed wealth writing books and charging exorbitant, speaking engagement fees and things like that. But they're one of you. They're on your they're, working down at the factory. They're one of you. They're just like you, and you're enough of a schmuck to shell out your hard-earned dollars on a book full of fucking, rhetoric and nonsense. Then that the joke's on you. But yeah, this thing with Duck Dynasty, though, I don't understand it. It's not, the show isn't really that funny. I mean, okay, we've watched it. Me and my fiance watched it, and it's got its funny moments, but it's not that funny. The running bit is kind of definitely, it's old, and they got they're just overexposed out the yin yang. It's ridiculous. But this is what is this is what is interwoven into our culture now, is this shit, which I find to be complete ignorance. Someone getting the Bible out and they're on the news, they're on national TV. I mean, this guy just basically said, gays are going to hell, and basically if you do anything else, or that's against whatever, and if you don't accept Jesus Christ as your personal savior, you're going to hell. And this is what's on television in the United States in 2014. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's like going seemingly unchecked. There's like the only people, of course, Jon Stewart or someone like that, or of course Bill Maher. They do criticize it, but in the middle of all that, there's no news at all, really. Unless they have news, but it's mostly on the national level. It's the CNN and Fox are a lot of pundits and people yelling about shit, and they're just all over the place. It's like a drunken bar fight almost on the news. Sometimes with those panel discussions about an issue, it's ridiculous. But yeah, Duck Dynasty, I think it's time for it's not all what it's cracked up to be. It's gotta go. It's stupid. I'm just so sick of this. It's not that I don't dislike rednecks or anything like that, or people who like to hunt and that kind of shit, but it's just like every other show is like Hillbilly Blood and, Moonshine Runners and Hill Folk and Bearded Badasses or whatever, every other fucking show is just some guy in the woods who hasn't shaved in 5 years, and they're just fucking tough, man. They got their buckskin coat, and they're doing stuff in the woods, they're just making things, or making their own bullets, or making moonshine because they have to make money, because that's how they make money, because they're just totally off the grid, and everything like that. We have actually a real, well, it's not a reality show, and technically it is. This guy who's running around the woods in eastern PA. I live in kind of northeastern PA, but further northeastern PA, we have this real Emmy Award winner named Eric Frame. He's a survivalist, apparently. He's been in the woods for almost, it's October 23rd now, so he's been up there since it was early September or something. And he shot that state trooper, can't find him. So he's actually he's a survivalist. But yeah, I'm so sick of Duck Dynasty. I'm so sick of that shit. and just, you know, fucking shave and act like people who have millions of dollars. I mean, for God's sakes, it's ridiculous. Because they don't live like you. I mean, you ever see Willie's house on the show, and they go to Willie's house, it looks like the X-Men mansion, for God's sakes. It's absurd. You have a house that big, you have like I think they have 3 kids, I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. There. That Duck Dynasty is the, I think it's like one of the, it's definitely a sign our culture is in decline if that's what's gluing us to the TV and captivating us these days. So Sadie, if you're still on Dancing with the Stars, I hope you fucking lose. And I hope Duck Dynasty gets canceled. And Phil, you can take your Bible and you can shove it up your fucking old fucking redneck ass. You fucking old square old fucking fogey idiot piece of shit. So fucking sick of you fucking goddamn old evangelical hypocritical motherfuckers, you know? You're sitting on like $15 million. You don't have to go to job interview after job interview. You're trying to freaking, you know, get a $12 an hour job and make it in this country. And you're preaching to me about morality? Fuck you, you old man. You know, just because you invented some freaking duck whistle to lure them into your sight so you can blow them the fuck away, that makes you better than me? Go to hell. Fuck you, Duck Dynasty. All you, Willie, Cy, even Miss K. Fuck all of you. I hope you get canceled. And you just go into fucking obscurity. Fucking dickheads.